following tools are required. Put back the cover on the main PCB and mount the screw. Make sure the main PCB clips when putting it back in the housing. When assembling the steam nozzle, make sure the bowl and the cap are present. Then connect the hose, mount 2 screws, and finally put back the clamp. The Vario disc shown in the disassembly movie has a motor controlled by a small switch, which you can see here. This controls the position of the disc and the spray arm that is used. Assemble the drain pump and connect it. Make sure to seat all elements correctly into the base, such as the containers and the sump. Now put back the top. Make sure that the legs can fit in the base gaps without any obstruction. After making sure that the positioning on the sump is correct, mount the 2 screws on the back. Mount the 2 ground wires with the correct screws. Make sure that the harness is on the outside of the leg. Insert all the harness clips. Insert all the connectors. The last connector shown here is for the auto open door motor, which is not present on all models. Seat the air and water guide correctly. Turn on the ring by hand and fix it firmly using pliers. Mount 2 screws. Prepare the sides for the door assembly. Make sure that the rope runs through the white clip correctly and position the black piece of plastic on the holder. Now repeat these steps on the other side, not shown in this video. Put back the sump cover and make sure the guide to the top spray arm is fixed correctly. Position the holder on the rubber of the guide and mount the screw. Place all the 7 sump screws and mount them. Put back the ring of the salt container. Position and mount the spray arm. Put the filter back in. And check if the spray arm can rotate without any obstruction. You may need to align the guide first. Otherwise the spray arm may knock against the guide. Insert and align the lower plate. Make sure the steam hose and ground wire are seated correctly. Here you can see the drain for the moisture that comes from the door. Now put back the door. And clip it to the black piece of plastic on both sides. And open and close the door to see if everything is connected properly. Connect the steam hose and fix the clamp. Mount the ground wire. Plug in the connectors. Mount 3 screws to attach the lower cover. Connect the display. Mount 2 flathead screws on the edges. Before mounting the other screws, first test if the display works as expected. Use a circuit breaker adapter. Check the touch buttons, sounds and the display light. Unplug the power and mount the 4 remaining display screws. Clip the door cover to the top. Hold it in position while opening the door and mount the screws. Check if the door opens and closes properly. Attach the side plates and mount one screw on each side. Attach the lower cover. Attach the top cover and mount the 2 screws on the back. Check one more time if the door closes and opens correctly and put in the baskets again. Do a final check.